We're starting with this because there's a new reality show called Marriage or Mortgage, which has couples choosing, you guessed it, between a dream wedding or a dream home. So, Mary, you're married. If you could go back in time, which would you choose?
I mean, I chose well, I didn't chose. I live in New York, so I'm in no danger of ever owning a home. At least that's how it feels spiritually and emotionally as a writer. But like, I got married a few years ago just with my husband and a photographer, and that was it. And even the photographer, it was just like, use a telephoto lens, don't get too close. And the reason for that is like, I thought everyone would be like equally offended. And I was like, at least that's like fair. And then the other part of it was just like, I want to say it's like, it was about the beautiful communion of two souls, but more it was just that we were like pragmatic, cheap. We're both artists. And we're like, I think this is the thing that makes sense for us. And also like, we still don't have a home, but here's to hoping. I don't know.
Kayla, what are your thoughts about this?
I mean, yes, let's speak that into existence. For me, I just bought a home as a single woman. And let's be very clear, getting mortgage approved as a single woman who makes a decent coin is still very hard. So if I was doing it with a partner, I would say go for the home because listen, yes, I'm here for the beautiful photos and all of the things, but like I'm also here to build. So let's create some generational wealth and then we'll talk about maybe getting married in our backyard or something. I totally agree with you, Mary. I am cheap. I am butt cheap. Okay. So I'm not trying to look like even I know it's like normal for everyone to have like open bar, but even the thought makes me cringe just a little bit at weddings. So yeah, I would say house. I would definitely go for the house first.
Okay, but this is a TV show that's giving you a choice. They're saying, we'll give you this money, house or wedding. I mean, it's not like you're putting your own money in there. Like the money just ended up in your lap. So if it just ends up in your lap, you're still not going to do a wedding, like a blowout wedding with the dream dress and the dream angles with the photographer and the veil and the makeup and the hair and
That's
having
one
our,
day.
that moment.
It's one day,
No,
Lainey.
no.
Look, I mean,
So what?
honestly, I just think
I mean, that's the thing.
maybe there's
It's
a third option
finite.
that should be out there. What? Go ahead.
Like,
Yeah,
who
it is
has
like play
ever
night,
like
but, you know,
gotten married
I've listened to you. Yeah.
and
Whoever,
like been
who's
like
gotten married. Go ahead, Mary.
and had the big blowout wedding and then had that feeling of like I was totally satisfied. I loved that kind of like multi-generational scrutiny and I could feel my face and I enjoyed myself. It's like your
Me.
soul leaves your body. It's like that kind of pressure.
Me.
Really? Okay, I want to hear about it. Paint me a
Yes.
picture.
Well, I mean, it was a great day. I actually had 2 days because I had our wedding that we planned for ourselves, and then my mother had her wedding, which was my wedding, and that was great too. But my bigger point about all of this is, I get it. Everybody needs to be pragmatic. Nobody can afford a home. You have to put down roots. You want a place to settle, but on the other side of your mouths, I've heard all of you, maybe not you, Mary, but I'm sure, talk about how important experiences are. We need experiences,
I know you ain't
everybody.
coming for me.
We need
I
to
know
live
you
for
ain't coming for me.
moments.
I know you ain't coming for me.
We
She's
need
coming
to
for
live
me.
for those pleasures. We need to have these days.
She's coming for me.
In the dark times, we have those days that we have to go back to. A wedding
okay,
is
but
a day.
fine.
So you're telling me if someone gave you all the money to have this beautiful experience,
Lady.
now you're saying the experience is not worth it? Go get a home.
Don't put
Come
words
on.
in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm going to go with Mary in this case, which is just that it's not often. It's rare to meet somebody who thought that their wedding day was the most amazing day of their life. I know you're going to come for me online. You're going to be like, I did. I love my wedding. Let's be honest. For most people, it's lovely. It's an experience. You bring families together. But I will say that for myself, if I'm being perfectly honest, I did it because I felt like I needed to do it. And I mean, we kind of bucked tradition in the sense that we didn't get legally married. We had a friend do it for us. We had lots of elements that were very fun. I ate that day, but if I'd be lying if I said it was like the most romantic day of my relationship, or if it wasn't the least stressful. It was stressful, even though I was pretty low key. The fact is that you need to build a marriage together, and you'd be much better off taking the stress of home ownership off the plate. And you might even want to spend a fraction of that money on therapy. that is going to be much more useful to you
Preach
in the
that.
long run.
Wow.
Listen, Lainey, you want to know what I love to experience? Equity, okay? Equity. That is what I love to experience, not escaping memories. Half of my friends, I asked them how their wedding day was, they can't even remember. They don't even remember. They were tired. They didn't like the way their dress looked. They didn't like the way their makeup was sitting that day. No, I like the way my home looks. I like the way it might look in a couple of years if I put it back on the market. Can I experience that kind of joy?
Well, listen, I am planning a 20th anniversary re-wedding for myself, as I've talked about many, many times. So, Kayla, like, if you don't want to come, just say so. Everybody's going to be there. We're going to have a big The bar will be open. The bar will be open. So, I mean, I'll send you the invitation, but I get it. I get it if that's not your thing.